Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And the content that we're going to talk about tonight is something that you are going to love every second of. The gun controllers are feigning victory in Maine when in reality, they got kicked right in the teeth and were not effectual at all for what they wanted. This is a masterclass in turning defeat into victory. Check this out. Everything will be linked in the description box below, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys think in the comments here right down there, because we are not going to let them get away with this one. And of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. And this content is brought to you by a new sponsor, PDS Debt. I'm going to say a quick word from them, and then we're going to hit it. Today's sponsor is PDS Debt. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Debt is not fun to talk about because we all experience it at some point. It's soul crushing. It can honestly be demoralizing, and it seems like a pit you never get out of. Personally, I had a big issue with debt around school and not being able to get into another school until I paid it off, which really set me back. And again, it was soul crushing. But PDS Debt, the sponsor of this video, is making it easy for all of us. If you have over $10,000 worth of debt, they can help you. If you have medical bills, if you have credit card debt, if you have personal loan debt, go to pdsdebt.com/LOA. They can help you. Now, the big thing here is go to pdsdebt.com. They're offering a free debt analysis. It only takes 30 seconds. Head over there and you get your free debt assessment today. They're a top-rated company on Google, A+ with the Better Business Bureau, and they provide options that consolidate your debts into lower monthly payments to get it done faster. Check them out, and thank you so much to them for sponsoring this content. All right, beautiful people, listen. This is right in our wheelhouse because our BS-o-meter is like off the charts right now. So one of the things that gun controllers do, and this is something that you guys have probably seen in your own lives and observations through this channel, our videos, even when they lose, even when they don't want to get what they want, they always come out and say, well, it was a great victory in this manner in order to keep up pretenses. You only keep up pretenses when you have taken an L. Understand, if you see them feigning victory, that means they took an L. And Maine is a really great example of them doing just this. Check this out. The governor just signed some new gun control proposals. But when I show you what they were going for and what they ended up getting, you tell me in the comments field if you think this is a massive victory for gun safety movement. Check this out. Maine governor signs off on new gun laws, mental health supports in wake of Lewiston's shooting. Now, we knew this was happening. We covered this, okay? But here's some of the intro, and then I'll show you what the gun controllers are saying. And something doesn't match up. Augusta, Maine. Democratic Governor Janet Mills on Friday, this is yesterday, signed into law a suite of gun safety legislation approved by lawmakers after the Lewiston shooting. Expanding background checks for private sales of weapons, caveat there, wait for it, bolstering the state's yellow flag law, insult to injury, and criminalizing the transfer of guns to prohibited felons. Okay, this is what they're saying, and then I'm going to show you what truly happened. Supporters of expanded gun control laws, who have advocated for the passage of the new standards for months, describe the approval of the rules as a victory. Really? 22 states now have a background check law, says John Feinblatt, president of Everytown for Gun Safety. Now, here's the thing, and I'm going to throw a little expertise on this. I know these people. I observe these people. I study these people. John Feinblatt is always a loudmouth on Twitter or on X. Wherever someone's going to listen to him, they're going to listen to him. And if he can't find someone to listen to him, he's going to write an article and be an outside opinion editor and then publish it. That's just what he does. But here's the thing. 22 states now have a background check law. Oh, okay. Well, we're going to put a pin in that. Let me show you what Mama's Man Action said, and we'll get back to John, too. Quote, today is a victory for the gun violence prevention movement and a demonstration of what Mainers can accomplish to keep our community safe when we work together, said Vicky Farsaki, a volunteer with the Maine chapter of Moms Demand Action. So those are two pretty, pound your chest, beat the war drum, we did it, hoorah, right? Well, there's only one little problem with that, and here's where we get into what they actually got and how it doesn't accomplish anything, and it kind of makes you question why they're feigning victory. The new law signed by the governor doesn't require universal background checks. What? John Feinblatt from Everytown for Gun Safety is all about universal background checks. That was the only acceptable outcome, but they didn't get it, and now it's a victory. Well, now there's 22 that have some sort of background check. Moms Demand Action, same thing. They didn't get it, but now it's a victory somehow. Isn't that weird? Let's continue. But it does require background checks for people who advertise the gun sales on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, or elsewhere, because they didn't get rid of this completely. Now keep in mind, selling a gun to your friends, to your family, to anyone that you know as a trusted person, still perfectly legal. They didn't get rid of it. That's not what the gun controllers want. The gun controllers want universal background check system bolstered by a national registry. They're over here claiming victory of, wow, we finally did it, 22 states on the board. They didn't get anything that they wanted. They're feigning victory, which means they took an L, which means we are holding our own because this is a Democrat-controlled state. Let's continue. As we go on to the next one, listen to this. I think this is super fascinating. The bill signed by the governor also strengthens legal standards for prosecution and penalties to deter other people from selling weapons to prohibited buyers, making it a felony. The governor's office said in the statement the new approach will mean that transfers of firearms to family members or trusted friends, as is common in Maine, will remain unchanged. Well, that's not what John just said. That's not what Vicky just said. Weird that they would put forward a massive victory statement on not universal background checks when they advocated for universal background checks. Does any of this sound odd to you yet? We haven't even gotten to the yellow flag laws. Check this out. The legislation includes changes to the state's yellow flag law because they wanted red flag laws. Red flag laws, anybody can say anything to you, no due process, your guns are gone, you're guilty until proven innocent. That's a very big nutshell. Yellow flag laws, the doctors have to be involved. The police have to be involved. A court has to be involved. There's a lot more steps, but the gun controllers didn't want that. They wanted to jump straight to a red flag law. It didn't even make it out of committee. So here's what they did to the yellow flag law to keep it in place and inadvertently kick the gun controllers right in the gonads because they didn't even entertain the red. They didn't even do rouge. They didn't even do like pink. Not even rosé for the wine drinkers amongst you. This is anything but a victory for these people. But anyway, let's continue here. The new laws allow police to go directly to a judge for a warrant, streamlining the process. It eliminates a hurdle when a deputy was stymied by Lewiston gunmen's refusal to answer the door required for a face-to-face meeting that's necessary in a current law. So they literally removed a face-to-face, and that's all they did. They kept the yellow flag laws in place. They did not get universal background checks. They didn't get any of the things that they wanted, and they're sitting here touting that, oh, we finally got everything that we wanted. We are amazing. They are feigning victory in the face of absolute defeat because none of their lobbying did anything in a Democratic legislature in a blue state like Maine. Understand, this is a lot bigger than just little state level battle. This is a bellwether. Let's go with bellwether. This is a bellwether for the entire nation. If the gun controllers are losing the flex to get these types of things that they wanted in blue states, with the energy and momentum of Lewiston in the Maine legislature, they are losing their pull. It kind of goes back to the argument that I make about they're losing return on investment, so they got to up the shock value. They're losing the return on the investment. This is a case in point, or at least I think so. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.